Hot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Johnny Beane here. It's Talking Kramer. We're live. It is December. It's December 16th, 2022, 8:07 p.m. Eastern, 5:07 Pacific, 7:07 Central. We have some Central people here. Welcome, you guys. If this is your first time here, smash that subscribe, smash that thumbs up, and hang out with us for a little while. You guys are awesome. Here we go. This is Talking Kramer Guitars on Johnny Beane TV. If I can find an intro for the show. I need to make a new intro. All right, here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Robbie Stingle. Dude, what's up? What's going on over there, man?
It's Kramer time.
It is. Look at that. Wow, where did you get that?
Oh, some guy was selling Kramer clocks online, so I got this puppy, and now it could be noon, it could be 3 o'clock. It could be 7 o'clock. It could be 3 in the morning. It's always Kramer time here.
That's right. And dude, that reminds me, man. I found this. I was digging around finding, stuff like this, and we'll talk about this. But look at this sticker I found. I found this in a drawer. This was actually from the NAMM show. This was the official Kramer sticker at one point at the NAMM booth. So pretty cool, man. Very, very similar to your clock, huh? Yeah, part of it.
Time.
There it is. There it is. Yes. Awesome. And hey, Amanda Peters, welcome.
Hello.
How have you been doing?
Good. I want to show this off.
Sure.
Well, I'm spotlighting, but I finally got it, and I started it this morning. So I'm really excited to get through this. And I'll tell everyone how it is.
Awesome. Yeah, we actually had them on the show here a year ago? Year and a half ago? When the book first came out. Mm-hmm. I actually did 3 shows with them. I did one here on YouTube, did one on Instagram, and I did one on Amazon.
Okay.
As well, because I've got an Amazon channel too.
That's so cool.
So yeah, Brad Tilinsky and Chris Gill, awesome book. Yeah. Right on. You guys, again, if you're brand new here, we're talking Kramer guitars tonight. So smash that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, and really quickly, let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Beane TV, here on YouTube. We have channel membership. And the top tier are the executive producers, and they are Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, Majestic PB and J Cat, Thomas Santiago, Guitarman 45, Sherman Callahan, Thomas Santiago again, John Moronic, R. Habs, David Allen Wright, Warlag, Michael B. Live, and we also have some more top tier and some of the newest channel members on the channel here. And they are, let's wait for the animation to go. There we go. Robbie Stingle, Six Fingered Assault, Sean Shreds, Majestic PB and J Cat. There you are again, man. By the way, great playing GTA with you last night, man. Kurt Rocks, Matt's Tube of You, Amanda Peters, there you are. CC, OU812, and Janice Lala. Channel membership here on Johnny Beane TV, here on YouTube. It's awesome. If you'd like to get your name in green in the chat, if you'd like to get, what else? What else happens? Special emojis that only you can use. Oh, you're scratching your back. Look out. Oh, or whatever. What else? Oh, exclusive content. I've been doing a lot of channel member videos lately. So if you'd like to get even more stuff from the channel here, consider becoming a channel member. It's awesome. Let's see. But if you're not ready for channel membership, if you're like, Johnny, I'd like to help support your channel, but I'm brand new. Any super chats will change the color of my lights, just like what Stephen Franklin just did. I just happened to see that. Let's see if it actually works. There it is. It worked. Awesome. Stephen Franklin, dude, thank you so much. You're getting shout outs on Twitter left and right. I see that. Wanted to say happy holidays to the panel and to everyone in the chat. Stephen Franklin, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Stephen. Dude, thank you again, man. That's the perfect example of super chats changing the color of the lights in the Guitar Moir. That was the perfect timing. That's the way you can help support the channel, support these shows, and let's see, Robbie, what I normally say here, man.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. You got Discord.
Pretty much everything. We are live all over the place. Facebook, Twitter. We're not live on Instagram yet, but I think that is a very good possibility next year. Yeah. Follow me everywhere. Mastodon, Hive, Twitter, Spotify, Apple, LinkedIn, IMDb, Bandcamp, iHeartRadio, everywhere. You can give me a follow, and you can follow Robbie. You're on YouTube. You have your YouTube channel, which
yes, I am, Johnny. Thank you for mentioning that. And
I don't know if.
Of course, I'd like more subscribers. If anybody wants to subscribe, it's cool. I'm at 119 now, and as you know, it's Kramer time.
Let me see. Did Nightbot? No, Nightbot doesn't have. I'm gonna have to give Nightbot your info. Nightbot has Amanda's info. Amanda Peters on Instagram. There you go. Very cool. Hey now, Robbie. Kurt Rocks is here. We have a lot of channel members here tonight. This is pretty incredible. Look at that. Like most of the chat is channel members. That's crazy.
It's a lot of green in there, Johnny.
Right on. And look out, you guys. Amanda has a wrench. So if there's any weirdos in here, you're going to have to deal with Amanda.
I'm looking to see if I have an actual wrench near me. Shake it.
Wow. Hey, Laz. Laz has a wrench as well. So look out. Ned is here. He just ran by. Let's see. What else? Yeah, we're live on Twitter. Follow me at Johnny Beane. We're live on Facebook in the exclusively Van Halen group at 62,000 members. EVH Gear Fans Live group, EVH Gear Fans Live page, Johnny Beane TV group, and so on. So there you go. There you go, you guys. Right? Oh my goodness. Look.
I have pliers. That's all I found.
Is there a plier emoji in the chat?
I don't think so. I have guitar bridges, and this kind of looks like this isn't a wrench. These are just giant wire cutters. All backfiring.
There you go.
I don't have any of it.
There it is. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're doing a giveaway tonight, which I think I already said, but I can't remember 2 seconds ago. We're giving away this Van Halen decal. So if you'd like for your chance to win this, all you gotta do is participate in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Say hi to your neighbor. Ask us, questions or comments. We already have 30 entries. Very cool. So by the end of the show tonight, we'll be giving this away. So you got to be here. Got to be here to win. It's pretty awesome. Right on. Donald, we're getting text messages. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. What is this? Donald Young, this is my unfinished EVH Kramer Bumblebee project. Oh, right on, dude. Check this out. Donald is texting in photos. Look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
great.
pretty good. Yeah.
There we go. Right on, man. Oh, there you go. There you go. Very cool, dude. Right on. Yeah. So if you guys want to text in photos, such as Donald, phone number 415-952-3263. That's the number. And if you could add me on WhatsApp with that number, that'll make things so much easier. I can add you as a contact. You know, you can call me at 3 a.m, and I'll know who you are. So very cool. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's right. Oh man. Let's see. By the way, there's a poll in the chat. I think it's been there for like last couple hours. Favorite Eddie Van Halen Kramer guitar. You got the 5150 guitar and you got the 1984. So far we got 36 votes. 5150 guitar in the lead. So let's get some votes on that. And CC, yeah, someone has been into the eggnog. I agree.
What are you doing here?
Oh no! Who is this? Yeah, that's an inside joke.
Yes, it's
Wow.
cold outside, Johnny. We're at 39 degrees right here in Norman, Oklahoma, and it's dark. It's dark and cold, Johnny, but it's going to get colder. We're going to have 5 days below freezing here in Norman. So bundle up your cats and get that fire going. It's going to be a cold one. Back to you, Johnny.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you so much. By the way, we're giving this away right here. So again, in the chat, you want to talk in the chat. You want to say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. So let's see. What should we start with? Should we start with this? I mean, this is pretty big. This is a pretty big.
Hey, and it works
right
now.
here. It does work. Dude, it works. I was kind of worried. I was kind of worried for a while. You guys, we got the Kramer Ripley out here. Very cool. Kind of a rare guitar. And you guys know, if you followed me on the channel here for any number of years, I've told the story about this guitar, how I got it. But it works. I got it to work tonight. There's fresh batteries in there. But the only problem I'm having is getting it into the computer stereo. I'm gonna have to go find a Radio Shack or something and get some sort of stereo cable to use, because that's the last piece of the puzzle here. Because I would like to play this for you guys so you can hear it. Because I know there's a lot of people out there who have never heard this guitar, you know, or this technology. Robbie, tell us about this technology. How does this work?
Well, Bartolini made the pickup for those. And it goes to each potentiometer, so you could adjust the tone on each string. It's very similar to what Brian May did when he built his guitar, and that's how he got that special sound, you know, with his leads in the guitar too. As far as I know, when I was at Kramer, I only saw 20 of those, but I only saw black ones. Now, I guess later on, Johnny said they made them with pointy headstocks. That would probably be about halfway before I left, so you know, I actually remember seeing. But that's a 1985. That's a Lucido Lutheran joint neck, I believe, and yeah, that's a good one. Really, really good. And they didn't make many of them. I'd probably say I knew of about 20, so I'd say there's probably not any more than maybe 60 or 70 of them out there. You know, so.
Wow. How many of them are signed by Gary Kramer himself?
Oh, probably one, Johnny.
Especially in 2016. Yeah, I got to go down to Gary's. He has a Kramer, like a showroom. It's like a wine bar showroom, like a little museum down in Paso Robles, California. Only a couple hours south of me. And I went to the opening of it back in 2016. I took this guitar with me, and Gary signed it for me. I have photos. I should have taken video. I don't know why I didn't, but I do have photos of him signing the guitar. And again, the guitar does work. I was able to get it to work. I heard it myself. For the last few years, I was worried that the E string didn't work, like underneath the in the pickup, because a few years ago I plugged this in and I couldn't hear this, but I heard it tonight. It works. But the problem is I can't get it stereo into the computer. I need to find a stereo cable, I guess. Laz says, hey, Johnny, our friend Lewis from Fairfield Guitar Co. has a replacement as well. Huh? Has a replace? What? Has a replace as well? Oh, Ripley. Yeah, I know. He's got one of the later ones with the pointy. This is like one of the like the real deal right here with the Beretta headstock. And I have the box too, which I just got right here. Okay, this is the cable I've used for years. There we go. This is the Radio Shack cable that I've used for literally since 1995 to use the guitar. So it's very old, but I now have, thanks to Steve Ripley's to his widow, I have the actual Ripley stereo splitter box now as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
And look at this, Robbie and Amanda. Look what it says on it.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
So there you go. So I will figure this out, and because for years, I can't tell you guys how many years people have said, like, Johnny, use that guitar, play it, let us hear it. What is that noise? And but I couldn't plug it in through the computer. But now I think I just need a stereo cable, and then we can. So I really want you guys to hear what these guitars sound like. But if you want a preview, listen to the song Top Jimmy off 1984. The guitar in that song is basically, it's not the same guitar, but it's the same technology. So, oh my gosh. Is that actually a hat?
Oh, jeez.
I know.
No, actually, this is a cat toy. My sister sent it for Zora for Christmas. She has been staring at me. I'm going to put it on the floor here. Maybe you can get a shot of her going crazy on it. You like it? You gonna play, Zora? Oh, now she's just sitting there looking at it. Look, it's your toy. You're yawning? Really? Oh, brother. Here it is. We're on TV. Play with your toy. Oh, look at this. Here it is.
Aww.
Sorry, oh, there she goes.
Oh, wow.
It has these little balls. And
Oh. Aw. Cat videos.
She loves the thing. She does.
Dude, we're gonna go viral now because that officially makes this a cat video.
I don't have any cat clocks though.
Huh?
I don't have any cat clock. I'm Kramer Crane. I'm representing because it's Kramer time.
It is. It's always Kramer time, especially Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Look at this. Wait a minute. What? Who is this? I'm getting text messages left and right here. We got some cool photos. Let's see. We got somebody with some Van Halen books. Somebody's got some Van Halen books on their shelf at home. Very cool. And then, what is... Oh, dude. Dude, yeah, I remember these, man. Our friend Adam from FUTONE sends out these Christmas cards. And they have a Frankenstein on them.
Cool.
Right on, man. Right on. Hey, Garguts, what's up, dude? Okay, let's see. We got another photo here. Their Van Halen collection. They got guitars and stuff. Dude, is that... Who sent this photo? Is that a replica of that PRS? Do you guys know that Paul Reed Smith, they tried to get Eddie? I think it was it before Music Man? And they sent Edward a PRS, and it looked kind of like this. Unless that's the real guitar. Is that the real thing? Jason the Mason, is that you? Is that the real... Do you own the real thing, or is that a replica that you made? That's really cool. How do I install WhatsApp on my phone? Drops Family Garden is saying. Go to your app store. Just download the app. And Jason says, yes, I had a replica made. Oh, right on, man. Dude, you're probably the only person that even... That's crazy. To have a replica of a guitar that was never... that only us, like, nerds know about. That's pretty cool. Dang. What? Oh, okay. All right, I see that. Okay. Hey, Johnny. All right, we got that one. You guys, awesome. Yeah, send us text messages. Right on. Let's see. Well, Robbie, what's that guitar next to you, man? Wake up. What's that guitar, man?
Today I uploaded a video of Elton John's All the Girls Love Alice. And I played this. This is a 1985 Beretta. It's made of alder. As you can see, it has the recessed Trem plate cover. We only made these for about 2, maybe 3 months, this particular body. It's got the 78 custom shop, Aldeco 2, staggered windings, Seymour Duncan, wound by where Slow War is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a story behind this neck. Now, as you can see, this neck has absolutely no finish at all, and it never has. So the story goes, I was working at the factory. My boss comes up to me with about, maybe a dozen, 15 of these guitar necks. These necks were ordered from Lacido to test the Bill Edwards locking nut, which was a dismal failure. We couldn't get that thing to work, you know. And you had to drill a little bit more into the neck so the piece that the locking nut figure tight went in goes down a little bit. So it has a little bit of hole drilled out, not very much.
Mm-hmm.
So my boss comes up to me and he says, we have no use for these anymore. And we want you to break them. And it turns out that because it's a maple banana neck, that Edward didn't like having anything that he played at the factory. I mean, something like this, there was no good. And he had mentioned he wanted them destroyed. So I carry these necks out to the dumpster, and I'm putting them in the piece of steel that you pick up the dumpster with, you know, and I'm shoving them in there, and I'm breaking them, you know.
Oh my gosh.
What? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that a pie tin?
Well, that's a China symbol. So I'm breaking these things, and Edward is on the loading dock watching me. Okay, he's watching me break these.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Well, you know, he's watching, and he got a phone call. Now, you know, in '85, you got a phone call, you had to go in and pick up the phone. They didn't have cell phones then. So he left. My boss had left right away. He went back. So I'm out there alone. I've got some of these necks. And let's just say that one of them made it into the dumpster without being broken, and might have, I refuse to confirm nor deny, been taken out of the garbage and put on the guitar later on. And I've been able to acquire this body. Also, this is a white. This guitar was Alpine white in 1985.
Really?
Yes. I'm not shy.
Looks really yellow.
More power to you. This is what Alpine white looks like, you know, all these years later. And it is alder, which is kind of leading me into the next menagerie of tales of this, the web I weave when I talk. It's inciting comas everywhere.
Wake up, everybody.
This is an alder guitar. I put in the 022 600 volt orange drop capacitor in this. And if you heard the video, you know what it sounds like, or any of the other ones I played this on. And that warms up the sound. Now, it's a little bit brighter, and the feedback splitting is a little bit more on the high end. It's not as warm, but I think it sounds really good. I love the thing. I do it. And that kind of brings me into the next thing, because with this particular guitar, with this body mass, you could do that. But if you have, let's say, a larger guitar made of alder, which, well, who would have guessed that I would have that? This is a Condor body. This is actually an '83 Condor body that had a 2 1/4 inch neck pocket, which I filled in with pieces of wood I had crafted, and to make it in a 2 3/16. Because of the neck I was going to use was 2 3/16 neck, and that's coming up later. So easy, take it easy. This one had a Wonder Bar trim put on it, and it had these 2 holes in the body, and I filled them, and I tried to blend them in, and it wouldn't work. So I put this graphic on there, and I also put the billboard on there. For some reason, every time I put billboard on the guitar, I end up taking it off. But I put this all together, and I couldn't get the squeals out of it. Every time the feedback was, you know, I couldn't play the thing. And after a long time, I finally found a Condor body made out of poplar. And, yes, wait for it, it's coming. This is the Poplar Condor body.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
God.
I wired it. I wired the tone with no capacitor. So they both act like a volume. The only thing that makes your potentiometer at work as a tone pot is to bridge the two connections with a capacitor.
Mm-hmm.
Without it, it's just the signal runs right through, which I love because I hate weakening a signal, whatsoever. This Floyd Rose was one of the first ones I got. It's got, it has some wear on it, but it's the gold pack, got the gold studs, got the gold strap buttons, and the gold hardware. Now, this is where we get back into this neck. This neck I bought as a Lucido banana, and it had no logo on it. This neck was a custom order neck from Lucido with no logo. It's got thinner frets. It was easy to dress. The frets are softer. I don't know if they're all nickel and no silver or what, or the other way around, but I like the feel of it. And then I saw a video. And this video was a Bruce Springsteen video with Steven Van Zandt playing a Condor bodied guitar with the Floyd Rose and a Lucido custom made neck with no logo. You can see it's got the flat flute on it. This is an artist neck. And I saw it on the video and it snapped. I said, dang, that's the neck. He had it made without a logo because they didn't want to pay Kramer, for fees for using it. Don't knock over the tripod, Zora, please. So I was really lucky to get this neck, and then even luckier to find this Poplar Condor body. I mean, the first time I played this after I got together, I played Judas Priest for like half an hour. It was summertime. I was sweating like a dog. I never even played the songs before. They just came out of the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this also has the 78 custom shop Alnico 2 stagger winding bridge pickup, and this is an Alnico 2 neck pickup Seymour Duncan also. So,
Wow.
right, well, yeah, you better sniff some of that stuff that makes you wake up, because I'm not done with that stuff.
Robbie, you've been holding out on us. I want that. I'm like,
What else is over there?
You like that one too, huh, Amanda?
I love that one. I'm a sucker for gold and black, like gold hardware and black guitar. I love it.
Oh, we got a visitor. Oh.
Oh.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, what's
Wow.
up with it, Zora? It's Kramer time.
It is. It's always
I think
Kramer
Zora-
time.
I think Zora could build a guitar now. She's seen me do it enough.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's amazing.
Those are so cool.
Amazing guitars, man. How heavy is that Condor?
It's not heavy at all. Being Poplar, I'd say it's light. I mean, I like them light because of my arthritis. And this thing is, the whole guitar probably doesn't weigh over 7 pounds. Probably less.
Wow.
It's nice. Whereas this Condor body is twice as heavy as that whole guitar.
Yeah.
It's like, and I would have kept it. I would have kept it on there, but I couldn't get the sound I want. if it's not gonna, feed back like it's a bat at L, I don't want it. I don't care what it is. Yeah. Wow. Could you bet? Can you? I can't believe I got through all that.
Wow, incredible guitars, man, and awesome stories. Like you said, Edward was just watching you, like throw those necks into the dumpster or whatever.
I wanted to make sure I broke them. He didn't want anybody playing anything even close. I mean, that's an angled headstock. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, the fretboard's glued on, no skunk stripe. And all the guitars are coming out then. We were doing the pointies. And he didn't want them around. And, you talk about wear on the fretboard. Yeah. I've got wear on this sucker for over the years, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a lick of anything on it. It's just wood. The logo I got from the factory, no clear coat. And I finally broke down and got the truss rod cover and put it on there. For years, it didn't have that. But I mean, I used to take this. I'd go on an airplane, and I'd have my Makita battery-operated drill, and I just zip these screws out, and put it in a little carry-on bag. Get to where I was going, screw it back on.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy, Could you imagine me doing crazy stuff?
Oh my gosh. I see some questions. There's a lot of weird comments in here too. What size is that nut, Robbie? R2, R3 is asking.
But...
It's an R2. Cool. Wow,
Yep.
That is a crazy story, Kurt. Kurt Rocks is here. CC, R2, R3. Sean. How do you pronounce your last name, Sean? Winecoop? I don't know. Ian's Guitar Shack is also here. We got a lot of people. We got 53 here. Smash that thumbs up. We got 20. We got 30 thumbs ups. That has jumped. And again, we're giving this away tonight. So participate in the chat. Hey, Majestic, good to see you, man. We had a great time last night playing GTA over on live on Twitch. We had a whole crew. We're called the FUTONE 50 crew over there, and we were actually doing some cool video gaming. Had a great time. Hey, Janice Lala. Oh, Robbie, should I tell that story real quick? What happened to me yesterday?
Oh,
I'm still Amanda, you didn't hear this.
No.
Janice heard it because Janice tweeted me saying, hey, I'm reminding you about that story. And I just went ahead and tweeted her the story. So I do a lot of like food deliveries and stuff. So I was doing that most of the day yesterday. Robbie calls me. So I'm talking to Robbie on the phone. I went into a Pete's Coffee, basically. And then I come out of the Pete's. I'm talking on the phone. And I go and I reach and I jump into what I think is my car. But it wasn't. I jumped into somebody else's car. But it was the same car. It's the same make and model and everything. But instantly, I'm like, all of a sudden, everything went into slow motion because I'm like, the smell is weird. I look around. There's stuff. This isn't my car. But it is, right? It's the same one at least. So, and I was talking to Robbie when this happened. And so I instantly jump out of the car and I say really loud on the phone to Robbie, I just jumped into the wrong car. Just in case they saw me. Because they'd come up like, hey, what are you doing? So apparently they left their car unlocked. And I was able just to like jump right into it. But yeah, it was the weirdest thing. Happened yesterday.
So he gets out of the car real fast, and he's like, extremely loud, looking around saying, I got into the wrong car.
in case they saw me, because if I didn't want to get or whatever.
Hey, I was on the phone. I was picturing SWAT team.
You were there. He was there.
There's
Yeah.
a baby seat with no baby. So now
I look in the back, and there's a baby seat in the car. And I'm like, this ain't my car.
Where's the baby, Johnny? They're sweating up down in the corners,
It was scary.
It's not
Majestic.
It's not my car.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I know. It took me right back to being in GTA, where you're stealing cars left and right.
I wish
And,
I could
anyway.
accidentally get into a 1967 Mustang Fastback.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, this isn't my car. Worth it.
Oh man, that was weird. So Amanda, how have you been? We haven't seen you. When were you here last? I can't even. Was it with Jim DeCola or was it after? Did we do another one?
I think
can't even.
I think I did one Robbie asked me to be on.
No, before that, you were on with OU812, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just us.
I don't know.
It's all
I
blur.
have no idea. Yeah.
If anybody knows, contact Johnny Beane at Johnny Beane TV. He might be in his car, or he might be in yours. Nobody really knows.
I'm always here in some form, so I'm good. I've been working. Laz came over with Brent, aka Octopus Ears, and they dropped off some of the pedals that they want me to paint. So I've started on that. Which Laz, I know you're watching. Send me pictures of your birds, all of them, so I can paint them. Dude. I've been watching a bunch of bird videos now because of Laz, and there's one that like sings about bacon pancakes, and I can't stop watching the video. My guilty pleasure. But
that sounds good though. Bacon pancakes.
I've just been I don't know. I feel like I work and then I come home and then I do whatever I have to do and then the day just starts all over again. So I feel like it's been a whirlwind. I've gotten farther. I've posted online about it. I haven't really posted to my Instagram though, but you can kind of see I've gotten farther along here.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful.
On the tiger. I still gotta obviously do the detail on the tongue, but getting farther and farther along on the fur. I wish my camera picked up on the detail on the fur, but it doesn't really do it justice. So I'll have to take a picture of it. But yeah, I'm now watching a bunch of videos on how to do like fine detailing fur and then fine detailing like the tongue so it looks like a real tongue. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I wish I could tilt it. Let's see. But yeah, this is the first time I've done like a realistic animal. So it's coming out better than I expected. It's a slow process of fine detailing the fur, but it's fun. It's fun. And hopefully I can keep doing it. And do some more tigers. That's the goal. I really love the tigers are like my badgers. Mm-hmm. Save the tigers.
Paint the tigers.
Paint the tigers.
Paint the tigers.
They're going extinct.
Wow. Very cool.
Whip it good.
There you go, man. Oh my goodness.
Fun for the entire family.
That is so weird. Dude, you can make a video doing that, man.
Oh, yeah. Now Zora's looking at me like, what are you doing with my toy? What are you doing?
Wow. Hey, George. George, I mailed out your winning the other day, so you should see that pretty soon. Everybody's saying awesome. Yeah,
Someone
man.
said, "Why is it on
awesome.
the back and not on the front?" It is on the front. It's just that it's weird. Like this body is cut, so it doesn't have like a. I'm trying to get like a good. There we go. It doesn't have like the pickup areas cut out like you would typically see on like a hamburger single.
Yeah, that's called a swimming pool route.
Oh, okay.
That one. Yeah, where
That
it looks
I
like a
didn't know. There you
square.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen a body cut like this before. But yeah, someone said, "Why is it on the back? Not on the front." But it is actually on the front. It is on the front.
It is. That is the front.
I am going to paint something on the back of my binder, though.
Gosh.
Oh my god, what is going on over there?
I don't know. Hey, Holly. That tiger looks good. Yep. Robbie, ASMR hats. Patty is saying, thumbs up, Amanda. Great tiger. Right on. Mike Olson is here. Everybody's here. George, you're welcome, man. Thank you again. By the way, yes, we're giving away a Van Halen decal tonight, so stay tuned. Look at this thing. Let me just tell you guys how awesome this is. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. It's kind of puffy, I guess. Has a little puff to it. Oh my gosh. So this can be yours. You guys just got to participate in the chat. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Tell us questions. Is that right? I don't know. Just say anything in the chat, and you'll be entered to win this Van Halen decal sticker. We got 59 entries so far. We'll be giving this away at the end of the show pretty soon. In an hour. Well, I don't know. Maybe 12 hours. I don't know. We'll be giving this away, though. Nick is here. He says, have one of those stickers at my work box lid. Right on. And hey, awesome avatar, man. Is that the American Metal DOD pedal? I remember those. Like for some of us, our first pedals were DOD.
Not me.
I think not you. See, mine was the DOD hard rock distortion was my first pedal. I still have it, and I'll dig it out and use it on here at some point.
I think my first pedal was the Eddie Van Halen phaser.
Oh, cool.
That was my first one.
My first pedal was the big muff from Electro Harmonics. And then after that, I got MXR analog delay and that
dude.
and the MXR flanger.
That's what I have. The one that plugs in?
Right.
That's one I have.
Oh, man.
I really want a big muff. I had a muff fuzz, which is like the 1970 version, so like the version before they made the big muff, and that was so good. I used to plug it in. I think I plugged it in after my CE2, so I have a 1980 CE2 Boss chorus, which is like the chorus pedal that everyone wants, the Holy Grail chorus, and I would place it after, and it just sounded so good. It was like grunge, if you're into that sound, but it just sounded so cool.
Oh, man.
I've owned a lot of vintage gear. I got the Eddie Van Halen pedal, and then I think I got MXR 1978 or the 78 distortion pedal, and then I immediately started buying vintage pedals after that. Vintage. So I'm trying to think the first one I got. I think I got a MXR Distortion Plus, and then I just started collecting gear like crazy. I have a 1967 Maestro fuzz tone, which is like the first fuzz pedal I think ever made.
Wow.
I've had a lot of Mutrons over the years. A lot of the early electro harmonics, the ones that you actually like plug straight into your amp. My teacher, I mean, he was super old school and he played for Bob Seger. So he's like, if you can't just plug straight into an amp and play, then you know, if you need pedals, then you really can't play at all. That's just like how he was. So I got to a certain point, maybe like 4 years ago, where I was like, I think I want to use a pedal now. And then I'm just like, now I have this like crazy, insane pedal collection because I neglected myself with pedals. But I really love face pedals. So my favorite is my Maestro PS1A, which is a face shifter. So Led Zeppelin used it. Alex Lifeson of Rush had one. Ernie Isley had one. I love all the early analog stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you just mentioned pedals, and that's like my thing. Like, oh my god.
Oh man, yeah, I can tell you too. I've had tons of them over the years. I still do have, several good ones. Mm-hmm. Some pedals I wish I still had. Not even just pedals. I had like some rack mount stuff too. I used to have a rack mount flanger. Which is it? The flanger doubler, the blue face, the MXR. I had one of those. I had one of those for years. It sounded awesome. Had to get rid of it. I also had a Electro-Harmonix drum machine.
Oh, okay.
And you would plug it in, but it had the pads. So you just hit play. You could actually play it. And it had the weirdest like disco sounds you've ever heard. I wish I still had that. That would be awesome. But as far as like the MXR stuff, the gray, phase, or not phase, the flanger, that one. I mean, that's the one, I think.
I've owned a lot of Electro-Harmonix pedals. I think that's probably the most I've owned, especially the really early stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it was like a Screaming Bird that I had. So I had one that, like I said, you plug straight into your amp and then you plug your guitar into that. And it was, oh God, it had to have been like 69 or 70, maybe 68, that pedal, because it was before they even had like screen printing with their designs. It was just font like inlaid into it, or printed straight into it.
Yeah, it'd be like a silver pedal with just like black,
yes,
like stamp on it.
I had
like,
so many of those.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah,
but it was just like, I couldn't plug a bunch of pedals into that. It just wasn't really built for that. So I ended up getting rid of quite a few of those, selling them off to collectors. One that I owned that I sold because it would have cost too much to fix it is you'll find out I'm like super nerdy about pedals. So Electro-Harmonix, with the Memory Man, especially early on, they would actually just, whoever was working at the factory would pick colors, like 2 different color combinations. And then they would screen print it on to the pedal. So you'll find the really, really rare variants are the blue and the black. And there's like different combinations of blue, like different variants of blue. So I found one, and a guy had it in Chicago, and he didn't want too much. Like he wanted maybe like $200 for it. And I was like, I'll take it. Yeah, right. I bought it, but then when it arrived to my house, it wasn't working. And by that point, you're looking at probably like $500 to fix it. And I was like, I might as well just buy another one. So I listed it to sell, and it sold immediately. And I'm like, did you see that it's not working? Like I put it in the listing, and they're like, yeah, no, I bought it for $1. And I was like, who is this? And it turned out to be a guy who works with JHS and they were doing like some huge pedal book, I guess, and they're like, we need it for the book. We've been looking for this like variant. And I was like, what? So I my taste is like extremely rare. That's what I'm finding about everything I love. It's impossible to find. I find it, but it's hard. So I've owned a lot of like patent pending stuff. My Crybaby Wah is a patent pending Thomas organ. Crybaby Wah.
Oh, cool.
I have quite a few Mutrons. I did have a Wah volume, but it was like, it's hard to get them to go like up and down really fast. They're just not built for that, and I don't really play funk, so I sold that one a while ago. But I do have a blue clipper. I was recased, and those were like the Dan Armstrong pedals. So the blue clipper, was one of like, it was actually the original distortion pedal, but what I've been told is that MXR stole the idea in a hotel. Like someone was talking about it in a hotel. They were getting interviewed. I don't know if it was Dan Armstrong himself. And then MXR went and stole it, and they kind of released it at the same time. So you have the Distortion Plus, and then you have the Dan Armstrong Neutron Blue Clipper, which I have the Blue Clipper, and I love it, and I use it for like everything, and it's so cool. I've owned both, but I really love that Blue Clipper. I don't know. I've owned a lot of pedals.
Dang. Yeah, I had not the actual pedal, but was it Dan Armstrong? Years ago, they put out these little boxes. Maybe it's what you're talking about, how you plug it into the amp.
Yeah, they reissued the little boxes. Yeah.
I got some of those like 25 years ago. There's some, I don't know if these are new, like the ones you're talking about are newer. I have some of the ones from 25 years ago where it's a little box. You plug it directly into your amp, you flip it on, you plug your guitar into it, and they're different colors. The front is either blue or red or yellow. There's all these different, or green. There's all these different ones. I have some of those. I should find them.
They did reissue those, but the original ones are the ones that you absolutely want. They sound incredible. I wish I could own all of them, but those Mutrons are so hard to find, especially the Mutron 3. That's the one that like every single person in the world wants. Even the Mutron, like I think the Mutron 2, like Robin Trower used it. On like Bridge of Sighs and
cool.
Played it, yeah. I do want a Rangemaster though, so if anyone has one.
Yeah. Christmas is coming up.
Yes.
Please.
I'm actually we're talking about this. I know we talked about it, Johnny. I'm gonna go home. When I eventually go home, I'm probably gonna sell off some of my pedals for my collection. I'm trying to upgrade. I won't say what I'm getting, but I'm trying to get. Okay, I'll say it. I'm trying to get a Gibson SG.
Oh, cool.
Any particular year?
No, just one that sounds and feels good. I don't know how the 80s ones are, like, because I know there are certain later years of the 80s for Gibsons, like the Les Pauls that are good, but I don't know if the same applies to SGs.
I have an 84 I bought new.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good guitar. It is. It actually developed a crack in the neck, and I took a rasp and filed the neck away until that crack was gone. Well, everybody said break it and glue it. I was like, no way, So I just rasped that, and a little, you can see just a little bit went through to the route for the truss rod adjustment, just a tiny bit. But I stripped all the finish off the back of the neck, and, still got it, still play it. It's good. 84 was a good year for SG.
I'll have to look into that. I mean, I'd love to get a 60s one, but the kind of one that I want, I'm probably going to have to drop like $20,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I
They're
always want
going
like the custom ones.
with a repaired headstock. Those things are going
Yeah,
for.
I know.
I know. How could you? I know it's a
Right.
$60, but it's been repaired. Yeah, well, that's what they're going for, $9,500. Broke.
But it was
The thing
repaired
is,
in 70.
I never understood why when they break a headstock, why they don't just heat that, that pocket up and cut around where the finish is and take the entire neck off and put the entire neck back up. I could never figure out why they don't do that.
Huh.
Thoughts, questions? Talk about yourselves. Jesus,
Oh, no.
sorry, hacking my guitar.
Hey,
All
conspiracy
right,
music. Welcome.
it's got a
Yeah,
big
why don't
head.
they do? I'm sure somebody does that. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, Zora kind of knocked it over, but it just landed on the front horn with the on the padded carpet. It's fine. It's getting a little bit played. You got your toy here. Come on, it's custom made for cats. Family friendly. It's a joy for the entire family.
Yeah.
I know I like it.
Over COVID, I saw a lot of like
Gosh.
rare gear going up for sale. I don't know if you know, but in '79, Gibson released I think it's like the Silver Bursts, and there was only like 12 made or something like that. I
Hmm.
saw two of them listed for sale, but obviously both of them had broken headstocks on them. And I think there's only like 3 left at this point where the headstocks haven't been broken off.
And you ask yourself, why did Gibson try to do something about that? Because they're still breaking to this day.
I've been knock on wood on every piece of wood there is. I have a Epiphone Olympic double from '65, and that thing has actually fallen out of the stand multiple times, just like straight down. And I'm like, oh my god, the headstock's broken off, but luckily it hasn't broken yet. And now I just leave it in the case. It just goes straight under the bed.
Yeah.
Just not going to stand. I'm not playing games. I really love that guitar. It's probably my favorite.
I was playing at a show one
Wow.
time, and I had a Gibson double neck, and the strap came undone, and it fell down, and it hit the base of the microphone stand on the 6-string neck, and it made like a crack in the finish, but it still stayed in tune. It didn't break, so I kept playing it. Later on, I sold it to a friend. The friend shipped it, I think, to Washington State or something, and the neck broke off in shipping. So he sent it back, and my friend sold it to another guy, I think for like $1,500. That he actually took the neck off and put another neck on. But I only paid $800 for that double neck new, like 1980, 81, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So it's 400 a guitar. Here, I'll do this. Well, hey, the cool thing about playing a double neck is if you break one of them's still good.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. It wasn't a bad guitar at all, though. It was in like 1980. They were making some pretty good stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
1980 double neck now, you're looking at like $5,000-6,000 or something. And you really have to be careful with double necks because, halfway through the Norland era, they started putting maple necks on them. Some people like the maple neck. I think it doesn't sound the same, you know. So, but you can see it if you're looking at a double neck and you look at the back of the necks, and the neck looks a lot lighter red than the rest is, and that's one of those maple necks.
Mm-hmm.
Careful of that. And of course, the Epiphone come out with the double necks in 2016, and those are all made of plywood. So yeah, look out for those. They're heavy. They're plywood. So some people like plywood. That's fine. Hey, whatever floats your boat. But personally, I don't care for it. But
Uh-huh. What if a boat was made of plywood?
What kind of boat? Lincoln? Pontiac Catalina. That's a boat. My dad had
John
a
Biel.
few.
John Biel? Oh my gosh, you guys, John Biel is here. If you guys are if you're a channel member and you're like, who the heck is that other guy emoji in the emoji section? That's John Biel. There he is. That's John Biel. We miss you, John Biel. Yeah, he used to host the Saturday night shows here on Johnny Beane TV. But he's doing an amazing job in the Van Halen group on Facebook, exclusively Van Halen. He's posting all this stuff like every day. Just amazing photos and trivia. Hey, Riley.
I didn't realize that was John's emoji. I thought that was you without hair. I'm just using it.
That could be me if I took the hat and the glasses off. Actually, he's wearing headphones in that too, or he should be. He should be, yeah. But yeah, that's John Biel. And he's, yes, we miss you, man. We'll see you soon. Yeah. Man, yeah, so what, double neck guitars, pedals, so much cool stuff. Wow. Yeah, pedal wise, I pretty much, I mean, you know, I've like whatever the gig. If I have a gig, you know, I'm playing or whatever, I'll use whatever pedals for whatever songs, and then my pedal board will basically just be that until the next gig, you know, a lot of times.
I'm so picky.
Mm-hmm.
My bandmate will just be like, nah, just buy whatever. It's fine. It's all the same. Like, it's not the same. Like, I only buy vintage. And I'm like, I can't take this out on the road, so I'm going to have to find a way to clone it exactly. And with
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you consider vintage? Is vintage to you relative to how old you are, or do you look like for a certain era?
For me, I mean, some people consider like 90s vintage, but when I say vintage, I'm talking like, you know, 50s through, well, even obviously like 40s, because I like to play electric stuff through, I would say, early 80s, and that's like maybe 82 for me. I don't.
Uh-oh, Robbie. You just said 82 is vintage, and all he talks about is 82. Like, that was the year.
But that's like the first year.
Hey, Alice. Yeah.
That's my cutoff point. But like even into the 80s, I'm like, that's where like I'm using less of it. But I'm primarily like 70s, early 70s into mid 70s.
I gotta have my Floyd Rose. I gotta. I just have to.
I still don't.
Burned into my brain being at the Kramer factory, knowing people that work there, begging me to come work there, and I kept saying, no, I want, $5 an hour, not like $4.25. But I finally gave in. But yeah, it was kind of like I was part of that whole thing, even when I wasn't working there, buying that Floyd in '82. I mean, it was a rumor back. Nobody really knew what they were back then. Shoot, it was years before they at least a year and a half before they released one publicly.
Right. Right. Right.
Everything's got to be old for me, and it's so specifically old. It has to be like, doesn't exist, then I want it,
That sounds like me. Pedals. But it's all the pedals.
And I'll use anything. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I'll use it. Hey, Jay Turner. You have a Boss SY300? And that's what you do your Mikey bass solo with. Right on, dude.
The comment right underneath that from Six Fingered Assault.
I watched Robbie's heart skip a beat when Amanda said 82 was vintage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hardcore. Kramer's
His clock just stopped.
I wasn't alive yet, so cut me a break.
Yeah.
Play some licking, it keeps on ticking.
Hey, there's some people who are like, we buy vintage here, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then they're buying like stuff from 2001, and I'm just like,
But you gotta figure, if they're like young and stuff.
If they're
Most
working
people-
there and they were born in 2001, to
Most
them,
people never think
that's
they know.
vintage. Yeah.
Most people ever
Yeah.
played a deck that was handmade. The two I have tonight out here are Canadian, but they were handmade too. It was in 1988 when Tom Anderson did like one of the first CNC necks that it all kind of stopped. Now, Ibanez was 10 years behind. You go up to 98 in Ibanez and you will have a handcrafted, neck.
Mhm.
But nowadays, everything's CNC. They all feel the same. They all play the same. And I'm not saying it's not good, but once you play something like this, or even better, ESP, non-tilt, reverse banana, nothing's the same after that. It's just like, it's nice,
I don't know, I can't get into the newer guitars.
Huh?
I can't get into anything like, I guess, past the 80s. I mean, there's stuff from the 90s that are good, but I'm just like, I'm particular about my guitars. Like, the neck, once I put my hand around the neck, I can tell instantly if I like it, or touching the finish. I don't like finishes on new guitars. All the guitars coming out now, I hate it. It's like, all the finishes feel like they're like that thick, and I hate that.
Yeah. I think we were talking about that yesterday.
Well, sometimes you can get a good neck that does have a heavy clear coat, but all you have to do is sand that puppy. If it's really super thick, I'd go at it with some 80 grit, and then finish it off with some 220, and kablam! And you don't even have to take all the finish off. You could take off enough so it's smooth, and there's still a little bit of finish on there, so that you could check. But hey, if you have absolutely no finish, absolutely no oil, absolutely no treatment at all, and all these years later, and it's still playing, well, it's a video. It plays great. Yeah. What can I say, man? This is Canada. Lucido. They were goaded.
Everyone can play my Epiphone Olympic, because that's the finish I want on every single guitar. It's like barely there.
Well, and I always say, it doesn't matter how rare it is or how much you paid for it. If you can't make it work, it ain't worth nothing. I'm not gonna hang it on the wall. I didn't buy it to look at. So I could have a super rare neck, and I'm gonna take my drill to it. I'll put that nut in. I'm gonna put it so it mounts from the back. Drill in there. If the drill goes through, like in my video, the drill went through, and I carved out the plug so it's really nice and tight, and Type Bond tuned it in there, and waited for it to dry, and sanded it smooth, and drilled it again, and it looked. You can't tell it was ever repaired. So yeah, I don't see buying something to just hang there and look at. I just can't do that.
In the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Play all my stuff. I treat it very nicely. I play all my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I even played the lunchbox over here. But of course, the guy that treble bleeded my Jet City head, I don't really play that anymore. I think I played it one time. I took it someplace to play one time, and I put the Governor in front of it, and I played a Charvel Model 2 from '88. But it could get it sounded good stuff. I love the Marshall. What can I say? I mean, the lunchbox The Lush Box can get it done too. It can. But yeah, geez, I don't like treble bleed in my guitar. I certainly don't like it in my amplifier. Good God. See,
Yeah. Yeah, and I have to agree with you about guitars, meant to be played. I mean, every guitar that I get or have, they're all a little bit different, and they each have a purpose for, recording or playing live or whatever, I don't even care what a guitar looks like. If it has the sound, it's all about the sound. If it has that tone, and if it's, if it's easy, if it's good to play or whatever, then it's good with me.
I'm all of it. It has to look cool, but it also has to sound like the best guitar ever. I want both.
Yeah.
hey, I like to take the car buffer to a body and heat it up, get those scratches out of it. I want it to look as best as I can. But I got to admit, having Marty Bell paint a guitar for me, and it just looks like ooh la la. I just dig it. Plus, he's he doesn't put a lot of paint on there, so it doesn't affect the sound. But a lot of people paint guitars, they put a lot of paint on there, you get it back. It's like, but I feel dead inside now, What do you do? Oh, I just paid all this money for a paint job, but I got my orbital sander. I'm gonna sound better.
Mm-hmm.
What are these comments? I'm gonna put OU812 in timeout.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put everyone in timeout. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's like, Amanda's gonna wrench you, and then I start like reading the comments, and I'm like, hey, I was not paying attention.
Uh-oh.
You're going crazy.
R2, R3. I'm showing his comments. They're just emojis. That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's blocking those.
It does that all the time. Like, especially if you just like pick random ones.
Probably like the more you do, it thinks you're spamming.
That's
right, Aljon? Good to see you, Aljon. Aljon, I'll see you soon, man. I will see you in Nashville. I will be there, when did I say? The very end of January? Early February? Was that it? Yeah, I think. I will see you, man. Great to see you, by the way. Let's see. Oh, wow. People are sending in all kinds of cool... You guys ever hear the Rock Man, the Tom Schultz
yeah.
Rock Man?
Those are cool.
There's somebody. Somebody's watching us with one.
I feel like this is Donald Young? Someone's been telling me about their Rock Man.
Is it?
For a while now. I think so.
Who is this? Kurt Rocks. That's Kurt Rocks.
Oh, okay.
That's Kurt Rocks. He's sending in photos of his amp, his guitar, his Van Halen books. There you are. Yeah, Kurt Rocks.
That's cool.
Brian Davies, hoping you're going to do a Christmas show, Johnny. A Christmas show? Is that coming up? What day is that on? That's on Christmas. Is Christmas Eve is the 24th, right? And Christmas Day is the 25th?
Yes.
Sir,
okay. Well, I mean, Christmas Eve is a Saturday, so I'll be doing something then. And then Sunday, yeah, I do a Sunday show. So my Sunday show will be a Christmas show. So I'll be playing Christmas songs. And Robbie will be singing them.
5 golden rings. 4 calling birds. 3.
Wait a minute.
2 turtle doves.
Who is this? We're getting text messages at that phone number down there. 415-952-3263. Oh wait, I know who this is. Oh, they want you to. Is this? Oh man, what's your name again? Who is this? I know who this is. We talked the other day. Anyway, they're saying my closest connection to EVH bought this in the early '90s. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's a beautiful top.
That's an original. That's an actual EVH. Dude. See?
Nice. Wow.
Right on. And he says, show Amanda. Look at that. Did you do that? Look at
I'm
this.
so nervous. What did I do?
Oh no, you didn't do this, but somebody else did this. Somebody else did this. Look at this.
Oh, that's so cool.
What band is that? No,
That's
I'm kidding.
Kiss.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, what?
Look at that. Oh, Tony. That's Tony. Tony, hey man. Yeah, we talked on the phone the other day, man. Oh, thank you, Cody Van Halen, for liking my tweet. We're getting all sorts of liked tweets here, liked by Keith. Look at that.
Tony, tell us what that guitar is. That Kiss guitar is. I can't tell what kind of guitar that is.
Yeah. Tony, what's the story behind that, man? Look at that. Whoa. Wait, we need the sound effects. Here's the sound effect. Oh, what are we saying here? Oh, it is you, Tony. You're texting me.
The airbrush work is amazing.
Look at that.
It's super cool. Very, very 80s.
Yeah. 80s-ish graphic, but 70s Kiss.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Tony, what's the deal with that guitar, man? Yeah, there he is. He's right there. Tony, the last ones.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the deal with that, man? That's cool. And is that a guitar now? Like, is that actually playable? Look at that Paul. Wow. Looks just like him.
Face all French.
Well, you got Paul, you got Ace. You got Ace down there.
I love Spacey Ace.
Sort of. I saw a video was it on Instagram or TikTok? Somebody that went and saw Ace Frehley at a club. What? Are you okay? What's going on?
Kramer time!
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's an old area. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
An old area. Right on. And is that a functional guitar now, man? What was I going to say? Oh, I was on TikTok or Instagram or something, and somebody was watching Ace Frehley playing in like a small club. Mm-hmm. And he was holding up the Les Paul, and he was like waving it around. It had the smoke coming out of it. And this is like a recent video, like, I don't know, it could have been last week. He's like doing that, and some of the comments were like, yeah, it's awesome seeing Ace Frehley, like the real deal, like so close up, you know?
That's so cool. There's a guy who is just like all the other Kiss fans, where they're like crazy Kiss fans and they collect everything. Mm-hmm. But he's with Ace Frehley's, like everything Ace Frehley, and he actually owns that original Les Paul. That's
wow.
The smoke out of it. I know who it is. He's a friend of my friend. But I moved before I was able to go see the guitar. But he has it, so I know where that original one is. It's back in Michigan.
No way.
Yeah. All these collectors, man. I got my Kramer stuff. and grab it. I'll join in.
Kramer.
I only have Queen behind me.
Oh my gosh. Tony's saying no, just the body. Oh wow, what's that?
Oh, I got this when I went to Kramer night event in Michigan, and they had a whole bunch of these, and they gave me one. So Andrew from Kramer was there. Well, he's the brand manager for FUTONE.
I want to get one of those T-shirts. Did you see? Let me find the Instagram. They got some new T-shirts. It was like was it a video?
I love this. I love the Dennis Klein. I love that they brought this back.
Yeah. Every Guitar Center I go into, I see one of those.
It's so cool. I love it.
Where's that picture? There was a cool photo of a bunch of the new like T-shirts they have. Ah, man, I don't know where it was. It looked like an old radio station logo, like an old radio station T-shirt, or I mean, like bumper sticker. Okay. With like the colors like surrounding it, and it said Kramer in the middle.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Do you know that one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get that shirt.
Wow.
I want to wear that. I'm going to wear it every day.
Please endorse me so I can have all the shirts.
Yes. That would be awesome. Dude says, my first guitar was a black Kramer Focus 2000. Right on with the two pickups. I had several of those that I threw together. I used to buy parts off eBay and slap them together and play shows, and then I'd have to get rid of the guitar later. But there's several of those I wish I still had. Yeah. Wow. Dude, this is amazing.
There was a Kramer sighting? You had a Kramer sighting, Johnny?
I did. You want me to show some of that?
Yes.
I'll show a couple things of it. I'm not gonna say where it is, but
you ready?
I'm not gonna say where this is, but I saw this the other day. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a Beretta, and look at the crackling on that finish.
Oh wow, yeah.
That is a special order 1985 tilted banana headstock.
Let's see if I can find the front of the guitar. Here we go. There's the front.
It's possible that it's a late 84, very early 85. Because of that knob, the witch hat knob. Yup, it's a flat black Floyd Rose. It's got the Eco 5 Seymour Duncan JBJ pickup. It's a hot rod, baby. Oh, and
did you play
Poplar. It's Poplar, people. That means it's definitely Kramer time. Robbie approved.
What's all that noise?
Oh, that's Zora playing with her
that's
toy.
Zora. Okay.
She's attacking her toy. She's such a goofball. And she knocks this thing all over the house. I mean, I'm lucky that the tripod's still standing so you can see me. I don't know how lucky you guys are, but it's fortunate for me.
Did you play that Kramer?
I did.
Did it sound amazing?
I did. It sounded awesome. I was playing it through a 5150 PV 5150 212 combo. And I'm like, please, Santa, please.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Why is Santa howling? So anyway.
He wants his cookies.
Oh, okay. I like cookies.
I can't eat cookies. Like a dream.
Yeah. I don't really eat cookies though. But YouTube does want me to play an ad right now, so here's an ad.
Oh man.
There we go. But people that are still watching us on replay, we're still here. So
Quick, I'm gonna ban everyone.
look out, you guys.
They won't know. I have no idea what's coming. I'm gonna put everyone in timeout now.
Wow. Let me see. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's see. I mean, we talked about the Ripley. And I'm definitely... Well, actually, there's more people here that were here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. It's that time of the year, peeps. It's Christmas time?
It's getting close, Johnny.
That's what I'm hearing, and they want a Christmas show and everything. So I'll give you guys a Christmas show. It looks like that's on a Sunday. I'll be sitting there playing Christmas songs or trying, and maybe by next what is that, a week away or something? Because I want to get the Ripley going. So maybe by Christmas I'll be playing you Christmas songs on the Ripley, and we'll have it all like. You know, the way it should be, so it'll be stereo. You guys really gotta hear that guitar. And people have been telling me for years, Johnny, you gotta use that. And I just for the last several years I thought the pickup was broken because I couldn't get any sound. The high E string, there was no sound. But I used it tonight, just here, and it worked.
Yeah, I told you, Johnny, you gotta try it, you know. I mean, those Bartolotti pickups are pretty solid. They don't make those pickups anymore. It's just like you can't get the wiring for that guitar anymore. It's all like impossible, you know, to reach the impossible star. Oh, sorry.
I'll show that while you're talking about. I'll show it. So you're talking about the Bartolini pickup.
Yes, specially made just for that guitar. Yeah, they didn't make any of those. Not at all.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so it's active, you know, obviously. Takes two 9-volt batteries, which go in there.
And look at the size of that electronics cover. It's like absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, up here. Wait, yeah. Vintage.
Limitless Mirror. The guy who does Limitless Mirror sent me a
Yes.
picture.
Max.
Yeah.
I know
Sent me a
Max. Hey,
picture
Max.
of Eddie Van Halen thing. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks so cool.
Dude, Max, that's awesome, man.
It's so awesome.
Really cool.
We were talking about that. He was in he was in Miami, I guess.
Yeah.
And we talked about doing a possible show from there, but I was out of town that day. When I had Max on the show here, and for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, when we actually first met, well, I mean, we'd been talking before then, but we first saw Amanda on the show here. We were in front of the Van Halen house in Pasadena, and Amanda shows up, and then there's Jay, our friend Jay, and then you guys showed up, and you're like, there's this cool mirror here, like we didn't know what that was, and so we were talking to the guy that was working on those. His name is Max, and we had him on the show probably like a week later. I think it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I remember him talking about he had a Kramer. I think it's one of the Beretta specials, actually. I think that's what that might be what that is there. But he was going to paint it up, and so when he was on the show with us, it wasn't painted yet.
Oh.
So, but I think when it was on display in Miami, it was painted. I believe. So cool.
What a way to show up on the show. Outside of Eddie's house.
That was awesome. That was awesome. If I can find that video. How long ago was that now? It wasn't that long ago.
October 28th. That was the day he passed away.
That was oh, okay.
Is that
That's
the right date? Is that the right date?
No. 26? No. It's before then. That was let me find it. I'll yeah, it was right around here.
Birthday.
Here's the video. Okay. Let me throw these into the chat. That was this video here.
October.
Here it is. Here it is.
I failed.
Here it is. That was October 6th.
Yeah, I was like, why? It's his birthday. That's.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't on his birthday. It was the day of his passing. Let's see here. Okay, so here's the video right here for you guys. This is the first video where we saw Amanda. Right here, and then I'll also give you guys the video with Max, which I think it was like a week later.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had him on the next week.
It was pretty.
About it.
It was pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
It was really quick. That was awesome.
All I know is I showed up.
Here it is.
I can't remember. I think you posted about doing the show, so I just happened to go.
I posted about it because I did a show earlier in the day, remembering Edward, and then in our chat was our friend Jay, and he's like, Johnny, I'm going over there tonight, and we're gonna have a candles and everything, and so I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go live, So we went live twice that day.
Jay called me like the other day, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to go downtown and sign a contract for the documentary that they're doing. But yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're doing the Van Halen documentary that he was talking about on that show. It was really weird when that night that we were outside of the Van Halen house. I think it was that day, or maybe it was the day before. I was on the phone with a friend, and he's like, "Oh, you really gotta meet my friend who owns FUTONE guitars," and he was talking all about him. And I show up, and I hear this guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I own like FUTONE guitars," and I was like, "What?" I had just talked to my friend about this guy, and it was so weird. I was talking to him. He's like, "What?" Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that Van Halen thing because I might be in that too. I talked to Jay like a year ago.
You should.
We did a Zoom call. He interviewed me like a year ago for that. So, looking forward. No,
we're gonna have my uncle in it, obviously. Ago. So, which once I get back home, we'll have him on the show.
It'd be the big family reunion episode.
You can ask my uncle all about I mean, not just Van Halen, but seeing all of those bands back in the 70s and, you know, what shows
Yeah.
were like. I mean, he didn't start going to shows until 75. But he got to a point where he was seeing shows like every single night. So he saw everyone basically.
Wow. Every single night.
Yeah, he told me one year, I think he saw like over 250 shows or something.
Dang.
So he's like, yeah, I was basically going to a show like every single night. I'm like, he remembers. I can't remember. He remembers like the exact number, but it's like a crazy number.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's
And it's true. I mean, when I scanned in all of his photos and I, you know, was trying to date everything, yeah, it's like every single night he was at a show.
and they're all like amazing. Like every show is like
I mean, there's some shows where it's like you can tell the lighting, like they had no lighting. So my uncle had to use like flash. So it's like not all of the shots are like spectacular, like, you know, wow, like not everything looks like his Queen photos or his Van Halen photos, or like Journey. But even with that, there's some shows where it's like, yeah, the photos don't compare to that level, but it's like, for example, he photographed Gang War, which was Johnny Thunders from New York Dolls and Wayne Kramer from MC5. And I used to live in Ann Arbor, so they were in Ann Arbor recording demos for an album, and they played maybe like 10 or 15 shows as Gang War and then broke up, and they never finished the album. So this is a band that was like super short-lived, and he photographed them like 3 times, like 2 or 3 times at a bar. So he's got like really rare stuff. So it's like, yeah, the photos may not be like his some of his other shots that are poster worthy, but it's because it was in a, you know, a bar with maybe like one light or like no lights or something like that. And he talks about it all the time, where it's like, yeah, the lighting was terrible, but still, like, yeah, there's so many shots that are so cool. Every time I flip through, I always catch something new that maybe I didn't see before. Yeah.
wow,
Especially
that's
there's a
amazing.
picture of Boston. I believe it's 1979. And it's their whole, that giant organ that they brought out on tour with them. And there's like, the way they did the lighting, I think I can pull up a picture. The way they did the lighting, it's a green fog, and then the organ looks pink. I'll pull it up. It's so cool. So yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff, and it's crazy to me that a lot of this just went unseen. You know, he would shoot just all the time, and then the magazine he was working for would only like really use 2 or 3 shots. So we would shoot like every single night for a month, and I think it came out like monthly. So, you know, maybe he shot like 20 shows, 25 shows that month, but they only used like 2 or 3 shots from 2 shows. And then the rest of it he just kind of put in storage. And then it just be there. And I was like, what? So when we pulled all of this out, it was like all this stuff where he's like, yeah, I shot Jay Giles that night. The only person there shooting, you know, shot that night, only person shooting. So yeah, it's really here. I don't know if you can kind of see. This is on his Instagram, so you'll be able to pull it up. But you can see, it's hard to not get a glare on this. But this is on his Instagram.
Oh, cool.
And you should be able to see like the organ. It's yeah. It's all pink.
Right on. Actually, I might be able to just grab that and throw that into the chat.
I need to start posting on that page more. I run it. I haven't been posting, but I'm trying to make like I'm going to try to do reels of photos so you can kind of see what he has.
Oh, cool.
I got in contact with David Kiswiney, who is the bassist for Ted Nugent, and he has a lot of his Ted Nugent photos are actually really, really good. In fact, when I first asked my uncle about his work, to kind of like a backstory, which you'll eventually interview him, and I'll talk a little bit about it. But my friend Scott Shiflett, who is in a band called Face to Face, his brother is actually in the Foo Fighters, Chris Shiflett, and people always like mix them up. He was like, "Man, how do you know so much about classic rock?" And I told him, my uncle, he gave me like mixed CDs as a kid of all this stuff, and I'm like, and then I know he was a concert photographer, and he was like, "Well, who did he photograph?" And I met Dennis DeYoung of Styx when I was a kid. We signed one of my uncle's photos. And my mom always told me, like, don't ask him. Like, he didn't really shoot anyone. It was maybe like 5 shows or something. And he always worked nights, so I never saw him. And when I did see him, it was at the holidays. And he just he was always very quiet. So I went over he lives with my grandparents at the time and still does. And I went over there, and he walked into the kitchen, and I was like, I have a question. And Scott asked me, like, will you ask him if he has any photos of Humble Pie? So I did. And he just stood there and stared at me for a really long time. And he's like, well, what year? It's like, oh no. And then that's when he was checking out the garage, which I'd never been in. And he has this like, I think he has like a 6-car garage. He's got like 5 cars in there. And he's got all his records on one side of the garage. And I could see like some small pictures up on top of his shelving of records. But then there was this like huge picture of Ted Nugent. And it was like this incredible, just like action shot, like poster. And I'm like, dang, that's a nice poster. I'm like, where did you get that? And he's like, oh, I took that. And I was like, wait, what? I don't know why I thought these photos, because my mom was like, oh, he would just get like tickets, and then he would like, take photos from his seat.
They thought he was just taking pictures, like, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like taking professional shots, and I'm like, oh my God. So when we started to go through stuff, that's when he was just like, here I met Mick Ronson, and he signed my photo, Mick Ronson, and he's just like, I met Steppenwolf, and I met all the people in Deep Purple, and he's just like pulling out all the stuff. And he's like, here's Joan Jett when she was like 16 and at a record signing, and here's the Ramones with Tommy, and like just all this rare stuff like up close. I was losing my mind because I'm like, I know how rare this is, and it was crazy. Yeah. So to see all of that, and to know that it had been sitting in storage for 40 years. And he's like, I think like the last time I pulled out photos was when he went and saw Dennis DeYoung. So it had been like sitting there. And that's when, I was like, oh my God, did you photograph Van Halen? He's like, yeah, twice. And the only photos that I could see were on slides. And so it looked like he was really far away, but that I didn't realize that he had just walked up to the mezzanine for just like a series of maybe 4 shots. So I was like, oh man, this is upsetting. I wish that the Van Halen photos were closer. So when my dad had finally scanned in the Van Halen shots, he called me over because I had never seen, the 79 shots were all on negatives. So it's like we couldn't see. So when I showed up, I was not expecting some of that. And then we waited for the copyrights to pass, and then I held off actually for almost a year just so I could get a bunch of the Van Halen pages to release like 4 of those shots, I think on his birthday. And then it hit, and to this day, like every time I get on Instagram, I see that one photo of Eddie, and people are just like reposting it all the time, and it's crazy. And I had a lot of people write me about that, and they're like, this is my favorite shot of Eddie. Like, can I get a print of this? I still need to get prints done, but it's this one. And I know you shared this one to your page, I think that day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how we met too, because I posted it, and I remember you commenting, my uncle took that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that. And yeah.
Yeah.
And then here we are today.
Idea. Yeah. I
with
think
a guy with a clock on his chest.
Yeah. And I saw
where it's Kramer time.
Did you do a show that day?
I do shows every day. I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to ask Janice or somebody.
Mm-hmm. Some people were. I just remember them writing me, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe there's 4 new shots." I'm like, "There's 700. There's 700, and no one's seen." So yeah,
I've seen them.
I mean, I sent them to you, but you can see that they need to get fixed because they're older slides. So I'm trying to find someone who can do like photo restoration, and then eventually we can actually we can do an unofficial book and be able to release it so that everyone can see all the shots of Van Halen, and it doesn't have to be, just online.
Oh, that'd be great.
But that's actually been a project that I've actually never talked about on here that I'm still trying to do, and I actually just recently made a connection, and that's our next move. He has the power to be able to do that, so I'm working towards releasing this unofficial Van Halen book of 79 and 1980 Detroit Van Halen shots.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. And Janice, the question, I don't even know what the question was. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, dudes, this is amazing. We're about 8 till. We're gonna do a giveaway. We're giving this away. Right here, we have 81 entries for this. So if you're just tuning in or whatever, say hi in the chat. Say something. Say win. Actually, yeah, we should do that. Everybody put hashtag win in the chat, even though it won't actually do anything. It actually will. Hashtag win in the chat right now. That's what I used to do. There we go. Hashtag win in the chat, just like how EVH Gear Fans Live did it. And that guy looks a lot like me. There we go. There we go.
I'm just laughing at R2, R3.
Yeah, I see it. That'll work too. Anything in the chat will work. So if you want to put hashtag Amanda, go ahead, or hashtag lose. Any of that.
Hashtag rigged.
Hashtag Kramer time.
Hashtag Kramer time. Hashtag Robbie. Anything will do it, and it'll spike our chat, which will actually spike the video, which will give us more views. Oh, and yeah, do the refresh, everybody. Refresh your browsers. Refresh. All right. We're gonna we'll do it. We're gonna spin for this. It's awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me just jump in here. Share screen. Share screen. Where's the window? I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hashtag gong. Hashtag mine. Oh my gosh. My ears are bleeding.
Run.
My ears are okay right now, actually. They're fine. They're all good. All right. So we're going to spin. We got 83 entries. Hashtag. Okay. Let me just open up the notes section. And then we've got a few texts to show after that. We've gotten a few text messages. Let's see. Giveaway winners. Laz is texting me.
What if my uncle's texting?
Let me see.
He usually watches the show.
I don't know. What's this? Well, let me just, before we spin, let's just show a few of these. Yeah, I'm getting some stuff. I don't think any of them are your uncle, but let's see. Somebody just sent in. Oh, this is our friend Jay Turner. He's in a band. Right? This is you, right, Jay? I'm assuming. I'm assuming this is you. I think. Actually, I don't know who this is, but somebody's getting some guitar picks that say Mean Street on them. And actually, that's the company that I use, called Intune. So I'm getting some brand new Johnny Beane and Ned picks made. But very cool. In the chat, what does that stand for? WDFA. What does that stand for in the chat? In the chat, what does that stand for? What's the acronym? And Jay Turner says, yes, that is you. Okay, right on, man. Right on, dude. He's getting some Mean Street guitar picks made. Is that the name of your band? He actually plays the Michael Anthony part in a Van Halen tribute. We don't F her up. Well, there you go. I want hash browns. Yeah, I like hash browns. H for hardcore. There you go. Let's see. Tony is saying that Kiss guitar body. He's saying maybe we should take suggestions from everyone as to what neck pickups hardware that he should put into that guitar. Because right now it's just a body. So let us know in the chat or drop some comments below. We'll actually see Tony on the show here at some point. We talked on the phone last week for a little bit. Oh, who's this? Ed D. He's got one of those old Kramer pitch riders. Robbie, do you remember these things?
Yeah.
The guitar MIDI interface. Very cool, man. Okay. All right, that one, I think. Okay. All right, we're going to spin. Wrong button. There we go. Okay. Why am I blurry? All right, there we go. 84 entries. Hey, Tommy Thompson is here. All right. We're going to spin for the prize. Good luck, everybody. And the winner is... ET5150. ET. Hell yeah.
He's in Australia, Johnny.
ET5150, you're the winner. There we go. Congratulations. There we go. Congratulations. Text that phone number on the screen. Wherever that phone number is. Oh, it's down there. There it is. There it is. 415-952-3263. Text me. Let me know where to send that. I will send that off. Awesome. Awesome, everybody. Right on.
Uncle's texting me and not you.
Oh, okay.
So he is watching. Yeah.
Oh, right on. Hey, man.
We'll have him on the show. He'll see this, so he has no say.
Awesome. Yes, let's. I'm excited. I'm very excited for that.
He texted me to show you guys. He did a. I don't know if I have it on here. Let me look. But he did a Bob Seger poster. I don't know if it'll show up because of the screen glare. But there you go.
Yeah.
This was the promo poster that he did for Bob Seger, for the 9 Tonight album. And so this was like all over the U.S.
everywhere
in record stores.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have the poster, and so I actually found a brand new one online, and I bought it for him. This is like a couple years ago. Yeah. I was so shocked I came across it, and I bought it from this guy, and I was like, my uncle actually took that photo. He's like, oh, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So he asked me to share that. So there you go.
Awesome. Hey, man. See you soon. We'll do a show soon. E.T. Phone Johnny. E.T. Phone Johnny. I saw that movie in the theater and I cried. Okay, I admit it. Okay. Because I wanted to leave. It was so boring. No, I'm kidding. Okay. All right. You guys. Amanda Peters, thank you again. Where's my applause? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robbie Stingle. It's Kramer time.
Kramer time! It's all the time.
Oh my gosh. Everybody in the chat, thank you again for watching. Thank you to our channel members right there. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows. And thank you again to our newest channel members as well. Some of those names are very familiar. I feel like I just talked to a couple of those people. You guys are awesome. Thank you again. And don't forget, coming up January 9th, Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, Stephen Rosen will be at Book Soup discussing his new book, Tone Chaser. And I've got it right here. That's coming up January 9th. I need to I need to read that. I need to read that because I will be there. I will be there. Laz and I will both be there that night. So I need to read this before then. So I'm doing that. And Stephen Rosen, congratulations, man. He's gotten some really cool photos sent in from Joe Satriani. He actually talked about the book. Paul Gilbert talked about the book. Sent in a photo reading the book. So look for some sort of stream from there. I will be there. Laz and I will be there. January 9th at Book Soup. So if you're in the area, it's in Hollywood, come on down. Love to hang out. Thank you again to Van Halen News Desk for featuring a couple of our recent videos. And yeah. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. It'll be awesome. Tune in tomorrow. Woo! Keep it there.
Keep it Kramer time.
All right. Oh my gosh. All right, we're out of here.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Halloween. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Johnny Beane TV. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, this is Cody Van Halen's mom, and he says, "You are watching Johnny Beane TV."
The show is not ending. It won't end.
Is this where I start?
Having